Hello.
I know you better stop smacking that gum like my dear.
Cane Lane.
Candy cane lane. Okay, I didn't know what this mess was called. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another vlog. I'm trying to, did I cut it on? Yes. I'm trying to get myself together real quick. First of all, right now as I'm recording this, yesterday was my birthday. Thank y'all for all of the love shown. I lightheartedly on Instagram put my Cash App and was like, if you wanted to contribute to my red velvet cake habit, you could. Why did y'all actually send me money? Thank y'all. But anyway, my birthday was very untraditional. Those that know me in real life know I go crazy for my birthday. I used to, when I was a club girl, I always got me a section with multiple bottles because listen, life is to be celebrated. But I done turned over a new leaf. And so my plan this year was I was going to, what was I talking about? Birthday stuff. Oh, okay, so I was supposed to have a spa day. I was gonna rent a room at the Four Seasons because like I said, I don't play about my birthday. Y'all know I'm frugal friendly. I don't like to spend no money, but my birthday don't count. So anyway, I was gonna rent me a room at the hotel and then they have a spa there and I was gonna do that and dinner with some girlfriends, but motherhood took over. So the day after Christmas, my son, oh, I haven't talked to y'all since Christmas. Merry Christmas, child, where I been? But the day after Christmas, my son started feeling warm. He had symptoms. I promise you, every 2 weeks since he been at daycare, the boy been sick, and I'm like, Lord, I'm exhausted. But anyway, he came down with something, and he had a fever. So he has like a really bad cold. And he also is teething. His molars are coming in. So when I say I've been down bad, I mean down bad. And my baby is not a clingy baby at all. He's super independent. He likes to, he does a lot by himself. Like, he definitely the only child. Probably gonna stay that way. But anyway, he's not a clingy baby. He'll come get some love and then go about his business. But in this time, he has been very, very wanting mommy. And so I just have been trying to make myself available for this. So my dinner plans, I moved it to, like, I think it's in 2 days. And then my spa day, I'm gonna just have to reschedule it just because with him having a fever, at first I thought it was gonna have to be an ER situation because it was a fever, his cold symptoms and also diarrhea, but most of it has gone away. He still has a runny nose and that's it. And he's not clingy like he was, but because his teeth are bothering him, it got to the point where he did not want to eat. He would put some food in his mouth, but then as soon as he started chewing, he didn't want to. So it's kind of like we reverted back to the newborn stage. And what I mean is every 2 hours, he wakes up in the middle of the night hungry. And because his mouth is hurting, he won't eat. So we are back to bottles of milk with cereal in it. That's why I was like, you know, I used to say I wanted another baby, but doing this again, oh my. So anyway, right now I'm just kind of like touching myself up because I'm getting ready to do a Zoom meeting. It's not my meeting, but one of my covenant sister friends. It pays to have some friends that's like visionaries and then also pray too. But anyway, she is having a Zoom meeting, which is like a planning session for the new year. We are supposed to write out our goals and all of that. And it starts in about 10 minutes. And I didn't want to get on there looking like what I went through. So I said, let me just put myself together. So I'm going to do a real quick mom beat. And what that means is doing enough to make me look like a zombie. Like, I don't know if it's showing up on camera because sometimes my skin get blurred. But baby, when I tell you, I think I need some of them topical things for under eye. I feel like I just been talking, but anyway.
Typically, we imagine the life that we want and make goals for it, which is cool. But purpose planning is outlining your life so that your daily actions exude purpose. So, a question I have for you, does your current identity support your future vision?
All right, y'all, welcome back to another day. So today I've been on mama duty just taking care of the baby. There wasn't nothing to see, but we are actually getting ready to do something I'm very, very excited about. So I am a holiday baby. It's my favorite time of the year between Christmas, my birthday, and the new year. I just chef's kiss. But anyway, I have not been able to do a lot of holiday stuff because the baby been sick, and it's like a constant rotation in my house. Either he's sick, I'm sick, his daddy sick, somebody's sick, and so it's just been a mess. And so anyway, today we are getting ready to go see some Christmas lights. Now I did have some tickets to this event called, I think it's Glow at the Garden, but if you're not familiar with St. Louis, there's this beautiful place called the Missouri Botanical Garden. It is literally one of the most beautiful experiences you will ever have on earth, between the flowers, the atmosphere, and everything. everything. And so they decorated the garden with a light display for Christmas, and I wanted to go. I got tickets to it, but it's outside and it's like 30-40 something degrees, and the baby, he's feeling better, but it's not be outside for about an hour looking at lights type better. So we are going to pivot. It's a display in St. Louis, I think called Holiday Lane or something like that, but every year, I don't know if it's like a housing association thing, but every block, like all the houses, they deck it out, and like you can just drive through and look at the beautiful lights. So we're going to do that, so at least he get that Christmas light experience without having to stand outside in the weather. Now usually for things like that, you know, I don't mind getting on site with myself. However, when it comes to something like that, I like to call for reinforcements, you know, just to, you know, have the experience. So with that being said, say hi, reinforcement.
Hello.
I know you better stop smacking that gum like my dear.
Cane Lane.
Candy cane lane. Okay, I didn't know what this mess was called. So anyway, we are getting ready to take the baby to see some Christmas lights. I'll share some of that with y'all. I wanted to, the low quick, is this place, if you in St. Louis, Candy Cane Lane is near Ted Drew's on Chippewa, and low-key I wanted some ice cream, but my reinforcements is lactose intolerant, and I need him not to get, you gonna end up with the bubbles if you eat that.
Never rung it up.
You gonna end up with the bubble guts. Like you.
Now I got to get it. I gotta get it down.
So we just got through with the lights, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief, me and DJ was much more excited than the baby was. The baby was just like king unbothered. So anyway, we are getting something to eat. St. Louis loves Chinese food, baby. We are real arrogant about our Chinese food. Sometimes we say our Chinese food is better than China. Amen. So we just figured we'd just stop and get something while we're here. So what I was saying was we love Chinese food here, and like our fried rice is really, really dark. We don't do peas and carrots, none of that. But the place that we are at, let me move because it's TV loud. Like when the OGs ran it, the food was phenomenal. But it's kind of like one of them things where the OGs set a standard, and then when they turn it over to the kids, it kind of, so the rice is not like it used to be, but we did get like some other stuff. So I got a shrimp St. Paul. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like a shrimp egg foo yoke patty that they turn into a sandwich. I'll show you what it is. But yeah, it's so freaking good. The baby, they gave him some free cookies, and y'all know they don't get nothing for free. But she was like, he's cute, he deserves a cookie. Look at my little baby. So yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be our night. Christmas lights that was more for the adults than it was the baby. Some Chinese food and some ice cream. Yeah. And what else? Huh? What else? Hi, baby. Yeah, my baby. Yeah, my baby. Yeah, my baby. Okay, so we're just gonna go back and forth. What? DJ. Did you say DJ? Hey everybody, and welcome back to another day. I know I was supposed to take y'all with us to go get ice cream, but baby, it wasn't no ice cream. The boy went wild, but it was because he was sleepy. So we was just like, yeah, we're gonna get you home, because he started showing out. So anyway, it is actually Sunday, New Year's Eve Sunday, and I am on the way to church, but this is the evening service. Let me listen. I grew up in a church where there was Sunday school, Sunday service, sometimes an afternoon service, but then also night service. So I was there all day. I feel like I have served my time. You get one service out of me. I love the Lord loved me. I'm not staying all day at church. Amen. So anyway, I decided to go to the afternoon service, and I'm actually excited about it because in addition to it like being a concert, they are also doing baptism. So I think like 50 people have decided they wanted to be baptized, and I was like, that is beautiful. So I'm gonna go for that, and I'm really excited about it. And honey, I am hoping that it lifts me as well. And this is just me being transparent. Y'all know I love to give y'all a good car tea chat, honey. But in a moment of transparency, I had to pray today on the way before I started this camera, and I feel myself getting better. But what had got to me was, it's something about it being the end of the year, and it made me go into reflection. And with that, I don't know why my mind just started thinking about all that I went through this year. So just that feeling of a little bit of resentment came up. I had to pray against that. That little feeling of why me, that came up. I started feeling a little sorry for myself. I had to pray against that. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with having feelings. Like if you've gone through a bad situation or a traumatizing situation, ain't nothing wrong with having feelings about it. It's just what you choose to do with it. And I started feeling angry. That is where it's like, that's when it started getting dangerous, when you start walking in a fence and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I'm feeling like I got an attitude and all of that. So I had to pray and get myself together. And so while I know it's okay to feel a little bit of sadness and all of that, it's just like one of those things where it's just like, I don't want it to become to where I'm in a place of darkness in my spirit because I did not let go of the offense. So I had to do a lot of praying today, a lot of finding reasons to be grateful, and also finding reasons to remain optimistic, knowing that for those of you, listen, y'all know I just said I was going to be authentic with y'all. I am a Bible thumper, and one of my favorite scriptures is Romans 8:18, where it says the suffering of our present time is not worthy to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed. And I just kept telling myself, okay, you went through it. You went through hell. You went through hell, but you survived it. And I don't believe that God allowed me to still be here if he was not going to, number one, use my testimony, and number two, pay me back. Not to say that God owes me anything, but I don't believe that God is going to allow me to take so many losses and so many heartbreaking situations and not repair it and give me greater. So that is what I have been dealing with today. That's why it's 3 o'clock and I'm just now cutting on the camera. Service actually starts at 3, but at the same time, like I said, I do have so many reasons to be grateful. So many positive things are happening in my life right now that I can't dwell on the past, because if I dwell on the past, I'm gonna stay there and then I'm gonna stay angry and all that, and I don't want to feel like this. So anyway, I just want to share that moment of transparency with y'all. So if you ever feel that way too, know that number one, it is normal, but number two, what you choose to do in that moment is totally up to you. You cannot help what life has presented to you, but you are totally in charge with what you choose to do with it. So anyway, let me go ahead and get to the church. I might be able to share some of that experience with y'all. Oh, speaking of share, okay, my church is an old school church. I think it was founded in like the 1920s or 1930s. It was when it was founded as a prayer band. So that should let you know how old school it is. And I love my church, but at the same time, it's an old school family church that I grew up in. Now, granted, I did leave and go to multiple churches after that, but I ended up right back at home. And like my pastor is like my dad. I love him down, and I know for a fact he loves me too. I've shared that with y'all. But I will say, if you are looking for a church in the St. Louis area, I'm going to refer you to 2 other ones. For my younger boos, I'm going to give you 2 Bible-based churches that make the Bible realistic and relatable, but not a TED Talk, you know what I mean? Because like right now, it's like this thing where basically a lot of preachers now, especially on social media, they're giving you motivational speeches. They start off with a scripture and then everything is about you. Now granted, I'm also in a place where sometimes I need some motivation too. So I listen to some of that, but eventually I need you to tell somebody, okay, but you can't stay in sin. Okay, but God is still God and you can't get your way all the time. Yeah, there is a season of breakthrough in dimensions, but you can't keep making everything about me. I need you to talk about God. So I'm gonna give you 2 Bible-based churches in the St. Louis area. Number one is the Advancing Church. I visited there before, and they are a dope church. They're in the Central West End area, I think on Washington. And then another church is called Living the Word Church. I think they might be in Illinois. I've never actually visited, but I've gone to online. So I will link both of their information down in the description box. And even if you're not in St. Louis, you can check them out. I will vouch for both of those ministries, where they give you Bible but make it realistic, but at the same time they ain't gonna make it all about you. They might give you some encouragement, motivation sometimes, but it ain't gonna always be about you, which is what I like. I like a balance. And so I'll link both of the ministries down below. Again, it's the Advancing Church and Living the Word Church. Speaking of church, this is my exit. Let me go. Hey everybody, long time no talk. I am getting ready to meet up with DJ because we're taking the baby to see his great grandmother, DJ's grandmother. And so I'm getting ready to get dressed, get the baby together, and then we're gonna go. But before I go, I did too much. But before I go, it has been quite some time since I picked up this camera. I actually edited the vlog. My sweet spot is about a good 20 to 30 minutes. I already have like 15 minutes of content, and so I was like, okay, it's gonna get long. So the rest of the stuff I wanted to do, I'm doing in another video. But anyway, since the last time I talked to y'all, New Year's Eve, I walked out the church. When I say they was lighting the city up like pew pew. So that's why I was like, we're gonna use wisdom and stay our tails at home. A friend of mine and we were supposed to go out, but I was just like, I'm gonna just stay home. Plus I was tired anyway, so I took a little nap. Started cleaning. Y'all, at 11:50 something, I was shampooing my carpets. Like, I means this house is clean. And so anyway, that's what I did for New Year's Eve. I cleaned up, said a prayer at midnight, prayed the new year in, sent out a couple of texts, and went on about my business. So I took a few days off work. That's why I didn't vlog like my birthday dinners and stuff like that. But my momcation that I'm going to do, I will share that experience with y'all, because I do feel like it's important for mothers to see it's okay to prioritize yourself. And then that's also why I included the footage of us taking the baby out, because I feel like despite the transition I went through on a personal level, I thank God that we are in a place of peace, and I do feel like it's important for people to see that just because y'all had an unfortunate ending, that does not mean you have to become enemies, and you can still be a united front for the baby. Now, there's still boundaries with that, okay, because life has gone on and life ain't going backwards. But I do think that it is important to see that there's another way. You don't have to automatically become enemies and start beefing. So that's why I chose to show that. So anyway, I wanted to close out by saying, first of all, Happy New Year, and to say I'm getting over being sick. That's another reason I wasn't filming. I wanted to say thank y'all so much for rocking with me over the last few years of my life. I've gone through so many transitions. I've moved to different cities, different states. I've lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, got pregnant, had a baby, started a business, got a divorce. It's been so many things that have changed me and shifted my mentality, and that of course shows up in my content. But the City Gang, y'all have been ride or dies, and I appreciate y'all so much for sticking by me when I do things other than what y'all met me for, or the niche or whatever. I really appreciate y'all for allowing me to grow and expand and be authentically myself, whether I want to be goofy, if I'm crying that day, if I look cute that day, if I look raggedy. Y'all just have been so supportive, and I appreciate you so much. As far as what's to come, I do still plan on doing a podcast. I'm pushing the date back. I'm not going to tell you the date until it's ready, because I don't want to keep saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and it never come. It is actually coming, but I felt like by saying January, I was rushing it, and that's not content that I wanted to be thrown together for the sake of meeting a deadline. I want it to be right. So while it's not coming in January, it is coming very soon. What else is coming? Well, let me not announce things prematurely, but there is so many things that I'm working on behind the scenes, and I appreciate God for giving me the opportunity, and I'm really grateful to be in the space that I'm in. I cannot wait till y'all see what is coming in 2024. I took a break, you know, took foot off the gas when it came to like my dreams and aspirations for the last year or so, just because my soul was exhausted and I needed a break. But now she didn't have her break, it's go time. And so I look forward to sharing all that is to come in 2024. And so with that being said, I am praying for you. And when I say that, sometimes people be like, I'm praying for you, and that is a prayer. No, I really am praying for you guys. I pray that y'all have a life of peace, blessings, and abundance in 2024. I know 2023 was a doozy for so many of us, and I pray happiness, joy, and peace into all of y'all's life. Now, of course, life is gonna happen. Life happens to everybody. Time and chance happens to us all. But at the same time, I pray that even in the midst of every storm, you're still able to find peace and clarity and know that God is able and he will pull you through. So I just want to give y'all that. So with that being said, that is it for this video. If y'all have any questions, leave them down below. I love y'all, Maki Dada. I'm out this piece. If the baby wasn't asleep right now, I'll bring him down to see y'all. But either way it go, just know he said gaga goo goo, happy new year too. It's bars, baby, I be spitting. But yeah, I just want to wish y'all a happy new year. Thank y'all for all the birthday love, and let's continue to grow together in 2024. I love y'all so much, and I truly mean that. All right, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Bye, y'all.